So guys, I thought to make a new video but with old information, but now I will detail more things to explain why the voltage multiplier and the multimeter resistor, multimeter internal resistor, for example, if it is 10 mega ohm and if your circuit is 10 mega ohm, this will represent a voltage divider because each power supply have his own resistor. As you can see, to those power transformers, for example, the secondary coil that's output the voltage to power your circuit is somehow low resistance to use with those high resistors or even equal resistors. Sorry guys, it's not focusing. To those equal resistor. So this happen when you try to combine the circuit. The internal resistor of power supply, that in this case is multiplier resistance of diodes and capacitors that are considered as high value resistors because everything is a resistor. No way out because is a conductive material even if they are insulating material. That's why we have leak voltage. But those leak voltage are compatible to this circuit here, schematic, that can affect in your measurements. So, if you want to measure with this, for example, 10 mega ohm resistor multimeter, and if you have the resistance of the multiplier 10 mega ohm and you have a power with the voltage 1 kilovolt, it will get divided by 500 volts and 500 volts. So the resistance of the power supply need to be very low, up to 0. So you need to choose a high power, as you can see, nominal or 0 ohm resistors, and this should be higher to jump this value. So if this is 10 mega ohm, this should be 100 mega ohm or more, even more. So need to be more than this 10 mega ohm, and by that what I'm talking is if this is 10 mega ohm, this compare to this should look like as a low voltage, no low voltage, low value resistor. That 10 mega ohms should be like a low voltage, low value resistor in compared to this here, and this should not be 10 mega ohm, but a higher value, because the higher the value of the resistor and the lower the resistor of the power supply, that gives a disbalance between voltage. So the higher the value, the higher the voltage. The lower the value, the lower the voltage. If you know what I'm talking about, dividing ratio. So this is the schematic that I've drawn for you. It's not that hard to understand because it's simple. When two resistors are connected in series, the voltage is divided. If they have the same value, each one is divided by 2. So 1 kilovolt divided by 2 equal 500 volt each. So this need to be higher than this here. Higher than this. To raise the scale of creating a more voltage to enter here to measure. Not because here is not high voltage. Is high voltage. But you are not measuring the high voltage, you are measuring the voltage that this resistor limit in her terminations here. Into this pin here and pin here. So let me draw a voltmeter to see. As you can see here, this resistor limit this. Draw another voltmeter here. So this will read 500. Also this here will read 500. So if we raise the resistance here, we lower the voltage here and raise the voltage here. Well guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions, tell my video to a friend, enjoy with your family. There are teaching videos, not crappy videos. I am learning people to be safe with electricity. Well guys, have a nice day.